Hello. I got green screen today because my sweater is green and I don't want to change it because I just don't want to change my sweater. And the background is shit because I haven't done anything about it yet. And I'm not gonna bleep that word because I don't care. I was at the doctor's today and it just went horribly and I've been crying my eyes out and I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do and I'm sorry that this is a very well, it's a mess of a video really, but I don't know if I care. I'm excited about Christmas, and I was really excited this morning, and then this all just exploded, and I don't know what to do now. I don't feel anything except for like I'm sad, and I realize that this might be distressing, and that you might be scared for me and all that. But my mom's gonna come home from work eventually, and I'm gonna go shopping with her, and it's gonna be fine. It's just right now it just feels absolutely horrid, and I want to explain why, but at the same time I'm so tired. I don't want to speak. Then why did I turn on the camera? I'm not quite sure. I'm going to see a therapist. Like I do on a regular basis, but right now it's Christmas vacation, and I don't know, we just started like finally getting somewhere, and it was a bit annoying to have to do a Christmas break right now, even though like I want Christmas. Don't get me wrong, I really want Christmas, but it was just not the most opportune moment, and I guess I'm really stressed out about Christmas like I am every year because I don't know how it's gonna be, and this year I'm gonna celebrate it outside with my dad and his girlfriend, and that's gonna be nice, I think, but at the same time it's gonna be outside and it might be cold, and also I don't know if my brother's gonna make it home. He's at work and he might be stuck there over Christmas. And even though I don't think he really minds that much, he I don't know. I don't know if it would be easier for me on Christmas if my brother was there, or if it would be it's easier if he's not there. But if all the attention is on me, it's a nightmare. Like I want presents. Don't get me wrong. I love presents. Presents are fun. Christmas is awesome. Presents are fun, but I don't want all the attention on me, and I don't know what to do when I get a present. Like even if I like what I get and I'm happy about it, I like, can I just smile? I don't wanna fake some big reaction, but I also don't like want people to think that I'm not pleased about what I'm getting, but like it's just not in my nature to have like a big reaction. I don't want to say thank you and like it's the perfect thing or anything. Like I don't know yet. I've just seen it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. Like sure, if it's something simple like a blanket, I like blankets. I like snuggling myself up in a blanket. I would be snuggling myself up in a blanket right now, but my blanket is in the crawl space and I don't want to go in there because it's not, I don't like it. But the blanket that I want is in the crawl space and I don't want the other blankets. I want that blanket. So I'm gonna have to go in and get it, but I don't want to do that yet. I'm really not doing great, am I? No, I'm not. But okay, so I was at the doctor's, and a little while back I got a shot, like an injection of well, it's like prevention, but it was for like not having my period anymore because I hate having my period and I don't get why we're still having periods. Like why is that still a thing? Like if men were having it would be eradicated like 40 years ago because it's so annoying. Like it's an entire week out of every single month, an entire week out of every single month. And I've just come off my period after having it for 16 days. 16 days. It's not the longest I've had a period. I've had a period for 19 days before, but it sucks. But yeah, I got a shot to stop having periods, and I was never told that it would take ages for it to work, or that I would have a 16-day period after having it. And also, I was not told that 1 in every 10 people who take it get nervousness as a side effect. And yes, I am already insane in the membrane. My brain is already broken, and there's stress around Christmas. There's a lot of stress and all that. But I have been worse for the last 3 weeks since I took it. Not 3 weeks. 2 weeks since I took it. I've been worse. Like, I can almost time it to that moment. And I wanted him to know that. Like, please just consult me next time. Just tell me that is an option, and I would have just stuck with my period. Because he was like, oh, but other things have that side effect too. Yeah, well, if it does, then I'm not going to take any of it. It's not, oh, I want to take something else that has, I don't know, magic, no side effects. All of this crap has side effects. Like, again, if it's men suffering from this, I'm pretty sure we would have had something that wouldn't have a million side effects by now. But nah, just have your period. It's natural. It's lovely. You're supposed to love it because it tells you you're not pregnant. But what if I don't even want to have sex? Like, I'm not interested in any of that. Can I just not have the magic you're not having a baby thing every month? And even so, if we did have to have something every month to tell, that's my clip, why is it down there? If something was to tell us every month that we're not pregnant, yoo-hoo, then why couldn't it like be just like a sign? Why couldn't we just have a sign pop up on our shoulder, just go, yeah, you're not pregnant, congratulations? Why does it have to be a week of bleeding? And I'm sorry if that's TMI. I mean, if you're the squeamish sort of person who doesn't like me to talk about periods, I'm gonna, because it sucks. It sucks. If you're not a period haver, you're lucky, because it sucks. And I know that it's feministic or whatever to say that it wouldn't be a thing if there was men having it, but like, they have no idea. I'm sorry, but most of them have no idea. Most of the non-period havers, I shouldn't call them men, most of the non-period havers have no idea of the absolute shitstorm that we have every single month. Like, for a week every single month. But this wasn't supposed to be a period rant, so I'll move on. Reluctantly. I got the shot. There were side effects of nervousness, and I was upset about it, but I waited patiently for a week, 2 weeks, just monitoring. Like, I didn't get them right away, I had no idea, but like, I read the packaging. They tell you to read the packaging, so I read the packaging. And the doctor today told me not to read the packaging. If they don't want you to read the packaging, then don't tell me to read the packaging. If I'm not supposed to read the packaging, then don't tell me to read the packaging, or else I will. Because if you tell me to, I will. And I don't see how that can blow anybody's mind that I actually would do something they tell me to do. There is some disconnect there. I don't get it. I don't get it. And that was so irritating, and I just started crying because I was just like, but if I'm not supposed to, then don't tell me to. Why are you like this? And he kept telling me like, oh yeah, if you read the packaging and you see the side effects, then you're gonna have it because it's like psychosomatic or whatever. He didn't say that, but that's what he meant. It's psychosomatic. It's where your brain tricks your body into feeling things that it shouldn't be feeling. Like, you're not actually feeling it. It's just your brain telling you you're feeling it. And I get that. I know that. I've seen House. I've seen, like, I've read stuff. I'm not an idiot. Why do people treat me like an idiot? I'm not an idiot. I know that psychosomatic things are a thing. Like, I know. People who have lost limbs still have pain in those limbs. It's called phantom limb syndrome, but it's psychosomatic pain. And people who have no injuries feel pain and limp because, yeah, I've had tons of psychosomatic pain. I've had tons of it because my brain was just frantically trying to tell me that I needed to do something about, like, the inner turmoil. So, he tried to tell me that it wasn't real, that I shouldn't have read the packaging because he was putting ideas into my head. And I get that. And he also said, like, it could be other things. You're actually going to a therapist. Like, it could be that. Like, duh! Seriously, duh! Because, of course it could be that. And did you honestly think that I hadn't thought of it? Do you honestly think that as a person with a brain, I wouldn't consider the idea that maybe the person who's going to therapy, i.e. me, and who has a brain that's absolutely mush, and who is stressed about Christmas and is stressed about, like, everything in life, that might result in some extra nervousness? Absolutely. Absolutely. But, like, I don't want to risk it. That's the point. If you told me that there were side effects of nervousness from the medication that you were prescribing me, I would have said, nah, no thanks, I'm out. Like, I'm not doing that right now. Maybe later. Just like I was supposed to take medication for my acne. I was supposed to take... I don't remember what it was called, but I was supposed to take, like, a really, really good medication for my acne that was supposed to cure it. Right now I'm on antibiotics, and it's keeping it sort of almost in check. But right now, I mean, I've been on my period, so, like, I have a pimple here, I have a pimple somewhere here, I have a pimple one of the temples there. I don't want to have pimples when I'm 28 years old. Am I 29? I don't remember. I'm either 28 or 29. I don't remember. Oh, how do I not remember? Okay, 28. I was born in 92. Yeah. So I just wouldn't have risked it because, yeah, that medication is supposed to take for my acne. That has serious mental health side effects. Like, you could really have, like, increased depression and stuff. So I'm holding off on that until I'm better and it's more safe for me to take it. But I'm also on medication for anxiety and for depression, and still I'm like this. Sometimes I'm better, sometimes I'm worse. I get that it might not be the medication. I just... The whole point wasn't I'm nervous because of the medication. The whole point was tell me about it. Let me make an informed choice. Don't expect me to do extensive research on every single option there is for period prevention. Why would you expect me to do that? If you're like, you know that I'm struggling. Why wouldn't you consider that? Like, the skin doctor considered that. He asked me, are you struggling mentally? And I said, yeah, kinda, yeah. Why? And he said, then you shouldn't take it yet. We'll hold off on that. We'll give you antibiotics, and maybe later when you're feeling more less broken, you can take it. And that's awesome. Like, I'm not expecting them to make the choice for me, but I would expect them to inform me so that I can make an informed choice. It's about my body. Like, I'm trying to be proactive about actually getting my health in check, but I'm not going to risk everything for it, because I came home from the doctor today and it was dire. Like, if I hadn't gone and talked to the camera, I probably... I don't know. I wouldn't have done anything really bad, but, like, it would have been much worse than it is right now. Like, I'm working through it by talking, and it's getting a little bit better. So it's I'm out of any danger zone, but, like, I don't want to be in a danger zone. Like, I don't want to risk going into a danger zone. Like, it's already way bad enough. I don't need it to get worse. I really don't need it to get worse. Oh, God, this world is crazy. Like, why would you tell me to read the packaging and then tell me that I shouldn't have read the packaging? How can you expect me not to read the packaging if you tell me to read the packaging? Like, I'm gonna. And my brain is stuck on that because I don't get it. I don't get it. And I also don't get how people expect you to know things that you couldn't possibly know. Like, when I've gone to the doctor in the past and they've said, like, how often compared to other people do you do this thing? And I'm like, I don't know what other people do. What do other people... Am I supposed to know what other people do? Am I supposed to know how often other people go to the toilet? Am I supposed to know how often other people think about dogs? Like, I don't know. How am I supposed to give an assessment of how often compared to other people I do things when I have no idea how often other people do things? And I don't get it. When I pick, like, on the rare occasions where I picture what other people are doing when I don't see them, like, for instance, when I picture what my mum is doing right now at work, all I can see is her T-posing in the middle of a room. Not necessarily in the middle of a room, but sort of just vaguely in the school where she works, just you know, T-posing, just because people don't exist when I don't see them. I know they do. I know technically that they do, but in my brain, they don't. Like, people don't do anything when I don't see them because I don't see what they're doing, and I don't get how other people know what other people are doing. Like, how do you sit and picture someone in their house, like, going about their day, sitting on their sofa watching TV or cooking or whatever? I don't know what they do. Like, I can't picture them cooking. I don't know whether they're cooking or not. I don't know. And, like, what's the point? Then you're just pretending. Like, if you're like imagining someone doing laundry, you have no way of knowing that they're doing laundry, so all you're doing is pretending. And I assume that other people have some sort of, I don't know, intuition or some sort of just way of assuming or whatever. I don't know. They seem sure of themselves. And I'm not. And ugh. And I also don't get how people do stupid things like throw rubbish on the ground. I think I've mentioned this a couple of times before because it drives me absolutely insane. Like, why would you put your rubbish on the ground? Just bring it with you to, like, a rubbish bin. It's not hard. It's not hard. Just do it. It doesn't go away if you put it on the ground. What do you think happens to it? I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't get how other people can just accept it. Like, why don't we have super strict punishments for these sort of things? Why is it not okay for everyone to go around with, like, one of those fly slappy things? You know, that slap thing that you use for flies. I don't know what it's called. Why can't we all walk around with those? And if we see someone drop rubbish on the ground, then we'll just go over and smack them. Like, just take justice into our own hands with a fly smacker. A fly smacker's not gonna hurt anyone unless you stab them in the eye with it. But, like, that's not the point. Just slap them on the arm or whatever, and maybe, you know, instant repercussions. I don't know. It's how you train a dog. I'm sure you can train humans the same. It's probably not a good thing to think of how you can train humans, but sometimes it's a little bit necessary because we can't keep throwing trash on the ground. Like, make it like in Singapore where it's extremely against the law to throw stuff on the ground. Like, even if you throw chewing gum on the ground, you get fined in Singapore. Why can't we have that? I don't like that there's trash everywhere, and I don't get the mentality that, oh, if I just drop my trash, it goes away. Yes, it's out of your immediate sphere, but it's not gone. And people who throw stuff out of the car window, I get that it's away from your car now and you can't see it anymore, but it doesn't go away. Like, if you throw plastic outside, it stays there for like 300 years. Plastic doesn't rot. Like, it slowly degrades by chemical processes, but it takes ages. Like, there is plastic from when we invented plastic that's still lying around. And that's not even that long. Like, that's only like, I don't know, 70 years or something since we invented plastic. I don't know. I haven't checked it. But there's gonna be plastic from us for hundreds of years still. And I don't get how people are okay with that. And I don't get how people cannot recycle. Like, just recycle. And all of the packaging, the extra packaging, all of the plastic packaging, why? And also, I've been told off for using a fabric bag because it takes more resources to produce a fabric bag than it does to produce a plastic bag. And that's true. Fair enough. Good point. But if we can get everyone to use fabric bags, or at least almost everyone to use the fucking fabric bags, then we won't need to produce plastic bags. And eventually that's gonna even out. I get that it's gonna take ages, but eventually it's gonna even out. And also, more to the point, plastic bags are trash. Yes, we do reuse them, and that's grand. Yes, you can recycle plastic, and that's grand. But for the vast majority, people just throw it away in the normal rubbish, and it ends in a landfill, or it ends in that island in the Pacific that's the size of Malta or whatever. It's huge, and it's just trash, and like, we're okay with that? How are we okay with that? I don't understand. And that just drives me insane that I'm supposed to accept all of these things. Like, do people just forget? I don't. Like, I've tried to do like everyone else and just push it out of my mind, but like, it's always there and it's always annoying. Like, if I see someone throw rubbish on the ground, I sure as heck tell them. Cause just don't. And it's same with this whole virus thing. Like, just stay indoors. Just be careful. Just don't go to a shopping center. Yes, we all want to go to a shopping center. Of course we do. It's fun. But just don't. Just don't. And if you do, then wear a mask and be safe and try and like limit your exposure in the most effective way you possibly can, because we're trying to beat this virus. And when the vaccines come, take the freaking vaccine. Yes, people get some allergic reactions to it, but that's the same for every single vaccine. That's the same for every single medication. If you're going by that mindset, then you can't take flu medication. You can't take paracetamol because there's a chance that you get an allergic reaction. And to be honest, you can't eat either because there's a chance you suddenly have an allergic reaction even though you've never had one before. Suddenly people develop allergic reactions out of nowhere. And I'm not saying that to scare anyone. Like, I'm just saying it because it's not a valid reason not to take the vaccine. And there are other reasons also that people don't want to take the vaccine. For instance, vaccines cause autism. No, it does not. Autism is something you're born with. It's a neurological diversity in your brain. It's not contagious. It's not something you develop. You can develop symptoms similar to autism from, for instance, trauma, but it's not autism. And I am pretty sure that I have autism. But I wasn't gonna say that on the channel until it's confirmed. But like, I'm pretty sure. And I think that's enough for today. But thank you for listening, and I hope that to some level you agree. But I also hope that you're not as crazy as I am, because I recognize that the way I'm talking and the way I'm thinking and that it's not really healthy. But at the same time, it's something that comes on because the world is crazy, and I don't understand. Okay, well, thank you for listening. I'm much better than I was when I started, and yeah, appreciate it. Bye!